Nothing to do with gaming, nor do I really give a fuck at this moment, because this is something that was brought forward to me by a couple people, as a matter of fact. And I have very strong opinions about all the circumstances involved in this matter. Arnold Abbott, a 90-year-old individual who takes time out of his day to selflessly provide warm meals for the homeless. Him and his church have been doing this for a long time. He's in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He was arrested recently for feeding the homeless. That was their reason for going and detaining this man, was because he was feeding the homeless. So the title, you're not misreading it. Don't be mistaken. There is no typos there. You were literally hearing that 90-year-old man who was feeding the homeless was arrested. Now, apparently, it's a law there now that you cannot go and do anything like that. And it's strange because what they're essentially kind of coming out and saying is that while we do love our people here, we don't want these unsightly folks to be taking up all these valuable spaces on the sidewalks and on the streets. And we understand that in no way, shape, or form are they really doing anything other than just being a visual hindrance to us. And overall, you know, we want to be as inhumane as possible, but we want to go and try to doll everything up with a typical fucking PR speech about how much we appreciate everybody that is trying to come here. You know, it's a big tourist location, but oh man, they won't want to come here if they see all those homeless people, so we want them to go away. And this is a good way to make them leave, right? Because nobody will be offering them anything at all. I think it's so fucked up to think that we have laws passed by a bunch of fucking old people who are rich, go home to their warm mansions, have any meal that they really want, meals that the taxpayers can go in and pay no less, and they pass laws passing judgment onto those who have a lot less than them. Because this is what humanity is all about, right? I think it's fucked that we will literally walk past people in need and not give a fuck. I've actually been looked at weird whenever I've given, like, if I had food on me, there's been times I had, like, McDonald's or Taco Bell or some random shit, you know, in a bag, and seen somebody and just, you know, had a sign. It was like, need money, hungry. I was like, here, man, here you go. Told them everything that was in there, just in case, like, they were allergic or some shit. And I was like, take that. If I had a couple bucks, take that too. I've had people look at me weird when I hand them, like, here's $5, here's $6, here's whatever I have, here's all the fucking change that I can get out of my pocket, just take it. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you? They'll just go and spit it on booze. Give me a fucking break here. You think that every single homeless person out there is getting piss-ass fucking drunk? And even if they are, what business is it of yours? At the end of the day, it's only a couple dollars out of my pocket. I can go and make it back. If it's going to give that person just the slightest bit of happiness, of just anything, take that. I think it's more fucked up that we have cities all around this world that have spikes and have all this other shit to go and make certain that a homeless person could not sit there or sleep there. We're willing to go and shun those who are less fortunate, and keep in mind that these numbers are always rising. They're not lessening at all. So don't think for any single solitary moment that this is something that's going to go away. It's only getting bigger, and nobody's trying to solve the problem. You know, it's not as if there's some kind of government institute that's rolling in and saying, you know, we want to go and try to provide you with housing and with jobs and any kind of training that we can so that you can get on your feet and be self-sufficient. Do you think, and if you have your opinions about the fucking homeless and stuff, tell me, honestly, Do you think for a second that they just woke up and chose to be that way? Oh, I don't want to actually have a house. I mean, do you even fucking put yourself into the shoes of somebody who has to go in and sit down and actually ask others for something and hope that they give a shit, that looks at them like they are literally a piece of garbage? Get a fucking job, piece of shit. Fuck it. I've seen people throw shit at them. Blows my fucking mind that this is how we're reacting to those that are less fortunate. Nobody's trying to solve the problem. They're trying to push it away so that they don't have to look at it. That's the only thing that they're trying to do. Arnold Abbott was actually doing something for them. And you want to know what? Now they're trying to go and throw him in jail. They're trying to throw 2 other ministers in fucking jail. All because they were going and feeding them. And guess what? Arnold Abbott has actually fought against us, and he won in court. And you know what? I'll give the man fucking even more credit. He plans on taking them back to court again. The fucking city itself, he's taking to court. That right there, 90-year-old man, everybody could fucking learn a lesson from him. Not only are those that appreciate it and will fucking commend him for what he's doing, but he's actually taking a stance against a government that is shunning its own people. Literally, its own people. We don't want them here. This is a tourist location. Nobody will want to tour here if they see the homeless. I've gone to tons of different locations. I've lived in locations where there were homeless. And never once did it ever occur to me, well, I'm uncomfortable here. If the worst part of your fucking day is that you have to see somebody that is dirty and disheveled and unhappy and doesn't have a pot to piss in, then golly, I'm pretty sure that you're doing just fucking fine. But the idea that this is a law, the idea that we're throwing the elderly in jail for doing the right thing. He's doing something that the government won't do. Fucked up, isn't it? They'll make no attempt to. He is. And now he's being handcuffed. Do you know how fucking ashamed I would be as an officer to have to go up and place this man in handcuffs? And on top of that, they overreacted to him when he had the food, saying, put down the weapon and stuff. This is a 90-year-old man that's fucking skinny as shit and docile as all hell. And you're going to act as if he was some kind of imposing threat. Police officers that, are basically ahead, above him. And this is a man just giving out food, and you had to go and fucking react that way? Well, you had to go and play it up like you were actually, taking on a real fucking case? If anything, if you were proud to go and fucking do that, I designate your stupid ass to be in a fucking crosswalk duty for the rest of eternity, if that. Or I just go and say, guess what, you get to be a fucking security guard. Fuck you, you weren't even worth that second squirt. All this fucking shit. And sit there and fucking act like they don't deserve this shit, and people want to put up things, go away, go away, go away. I fucking hate humanity sometimes, but I hate more the powers that be that look at things like this. They look at people like this and just view them as a problem and a hindrance. And you're... These dirty people, get out of here. You make everything look bad. And even when they try to go and help them out, it'll always be some kind of backdoor bullshit. We'll provide you with housing, but it'll be way over there, down in a trench, and it'll be fucking disgusting. But it's got walls and a roof over it, sort of. I mean, it's technically just a fucking shack, but hey, it's better than where you were living inside that box, right? If everybody even took a little bit of the fucking time to give a shit about stuff like this, we'd be making so much headway, we wouldn't even have these problems anymore. And I know that and somebody could say, there's bigger problems in the world. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. And the fucking ideology that since there's other problems out there, this apparently isn't worthwhile. fucking hate mentalities like that. And I hate fucking idiots that sit there and fucking just copy and paste that stupid fucking goddamn saying anytime that they see something that they're not truly invested in. There's bigger problems. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Just, I don't know. It sickens me and it saddens me. So, if anything, I would love to know if anybody out there has any idea of the individual or individuals who decided to go and bring up this proposal and then pass it as a law. I would love to know all the people that were in charge of that, because I would like to actually share that information in the description. So if anybody by any means, if you end up coming across that, please by all means share that, because I would like to make it, I'd like to make it public knowledge so that everybody knows what you're dealing with. And as a matter of fact, you should take the time in the description and view the link and view the video and stuff, because Mr. Abbott's actually in the video and they do have an interview that they conducted with him. I would love for you to actually watch that and to understand that. And again, I know that everybody's dealing with their own shit on an everyday basis, but at the very least realize that what you're fucking going to be investing in is your fellow man and how they are literally being shit on. These are your people. Whether you like it or not, we're all fucking humans. We shouldn't treat some just because they have less like they're less. Because it's fucking wrong on every goddamn fucking level. Because if you were ever out there in those same exact circumstances, in dealing with that same exact situation, you would wish to whatever fucking deity it is that you pray to, that somebody would give a damn that you're alive. People fucking walking up and down the streets, and the worst part of their day is how much they hate their job, how much they hate their kids, how much they hate their fucking spouse, or they're just having a great day at their job, at school, with their friends and family, and there's people who are just watching all this happen around them, and they don't even have that, let alone any food or anything to drink, or a fucking job or anything, just nothing. They have to see that every single goddamn day. Literally digest that information for a sec. You know, it's hard to put yourself in those kind of shoes whenever you do have a lot of that stuff and you take it for granted. But just imagine if it was all taken away. And now there's laws saying not to give you anything, to not help you out, and technically just saying in so many words and very tiny text that's written oh so carefully that we don't want you. Please go away. We don't appreciate your kind. Please go away. We don't want you to actually be here. You go anywhere but here. Anyway, I don't know what else to really say on the subject other than I find it disgusting. The degradation of your fellow fucking man just because they have less, it always fucking astounds me. It does. And the idea that somebody was fucking doing something about it and got fucked over for it. Am I surprised? No. I'm never surprised because, you know, everybody seems to want up the fucking idiot bar. But it's just sad. It is. And I think more people should know about this, so share this information. The links, like I said, are in the description. Share this information and let other people know, especially if you live in Fort Lauderdale. If you live in Florida in general, you should share this information. You know, and I know that this is a problem in all sorts of other places, but I mean, for fuck's sake, man. Anyway, that's pretty much the video. Quit treating each other like your shit, because this just, it's fucked. Seriously.